Welcome to Everything CBD. I'm Reginald Grant.
And I'm Craig Zaffe, Hemp for Life Inc. And welcome to our podcast, Everything CBD and More.
So what's happening, man? How's life on New York and the East Coast today?
Well, this particular week, we had the big World Cannabis Business Expo at Jacob Javits. And I went in on Thursday, and let me tell you, I mean, we just did the Expo of Athletes in Cannabis, which is very small and intimate. This was full scale. They must have had over 200 vendors. They had about 20 speakers, and it was an incredible event. You get to meet everybody you know in the cannabis world, especially for me. It's wonderful when I get back into New York. I meet all my connections I made over the last 6 years in the cannabis field. So it was a wonderful experience just to reconnect and meet new people. And I had the pleasure of running into our friend from Cannabis Coverage.
Oh,
he was at the Athletes in Cannabis, yes.
So the whole team was there?
Yeah, the whole team was there. In fact, I got lucky. I was just going to register, and she said, wait a minute, I'll give you the code. So she gave me the Cannabis Coverage code. So I got a 3-day pass, which was wonderful.
Outstanding.
And then I met our friends from Upwise Capital.
Yeah.
Yes, and one of the salesmen did buy our OP6 roll-on, and he was raving about it. And then another salesman, Dave, who happens to live in Long Island, bought some roll-on also, and he was sharing with the rest of the salesmen, and they were so excited about using our products and everything about our company. So that was great. And I ran into a good friend, Kayvon, was there also.
Okay, talked to him yesterday.
Yeah, and so it's a wonderful experience when, you know, again, as you always said, you have to get off the couch and get in the room.
Be in the room, baby.
You know,
you cannot develop relationships. You cannot have conversations. Again, this networking is one thing. That's level one. Level two is actually evolving and developing relationships with people. You have to have conversations. Zoom and all that's good for introduction. But there's nothing like being in the room, in somebody's presence, looking them in the eye and have a direct conversation to develop that relationship.
You can't do it texting. You have to be in the room. You have to talk to people. You have to look at their eyes, honestly and truly. And that's the wonderful thing. When you go to these events, it's one-on-one. You get to spend time talking to people, all the different experts in the different fields. As we know, there's so many different fields in the cannabis world. And also, Reggie, my old alumni, Farmingdale University, is now having a cannabis course to teach people how to get involved in the cannabis industry.
Okay.
So when I went there, it's an agricultural school.
Put that down.
So it was wonderful that at this point in time, more universities are start offering cannabis as a degree for people wanting to get in the cannabis field. So I think that's incredible that finally that the universities are realizing how important cannabis is, and they want to educate their students to get involved in the cannabis field.
Outstanding. Well, again, this is a big ecosystem. It is an opportunity for people to learn about the multifacets of this industry. And it's an industry, it is a business. It's not a game. It's not, you know, what do you call that? What's that? It's not, what's that board game?
Monopoly?
Yeah, it's not Monopoly. This is real stuff, real business, real stuff.
No, this is for real. I mean, this is the green revolution. This can change the whole economy of the entire planet.
Now, again, it's not about a can. It is happening. It's just a matter of the increments in which it happens and the opportunities and people to get involved, whether or not you get involved or not. It's just like people invested in the cannabis industry, I mean, in the pharmaceutical industry, in the oil and gas industry. in the crypto and cyber industry. It's just another business lane, another industry that has multi-facets. And it's a matter of where you pick your lane, or if you're just too afraid in life to pick a lane, you just miss out.
Exactly. And again, you have to operate out of your comfort zone. You have to really make it a point just to take a breath. That's where CBDs will come in handy, because CBDs will keep you focused, keep you calm so you make the right decisions. So we have great tinctures, you know, Hemp for Life Wellness. We have an AM tincture for starting your day. We have a PM tincture after you finish your day. You want to come home, you want to decompress, quiet the mind down. We have great formulas, but CBDs can help you navigate out of your comfort zone if you want to get involved in the cannabis world. So I think it's important that people, you know, take that step. You have nothing to lose. You can only gain.
No, you have lots to lose, but there is no winning without making a choice and making a step forward to do something. It's about doing, I mean, empowered, and you know, life is about the action, not about sitting on the sidelines. No matter what it is you're involved in, no matter what it is you think you want to do, you have to take action and move forward. You know, to start a business, to start a thought process, to start a podcast, it is what it is, right? So you have to facilitate the process.
And even if, you know, life is, you know, learn from your failures also.
Of course, failures are part of the steps to success.
You know, sometimes you have to fail to learn, you know, and you learn, you pick yourself up, you take a moment to figure out what went wrong so you don't make the same mistake, but you keep on going. The worst thing you can do is just throw your hands up after you have one mistake in life and give up.
But again, it's just like the process of people look at the NBA finals that's happening this week, or baseball is happening, or the NHL hockey, Stanley Cup is happening. People look at athletes and say, oh, wow, they're great, they're winning. That's called practice. That calls, you know, you're going in the gym and failing 1,000 times because you shoot 2,000 shots and you missed 1,000 of them. That's how you get better. That's how you hit the game-winning bucket. That's how you hit the home run. That's how you hit the puck into the net and win. That's how you score the goal. It's about the process. And when they say failing is going through things, learning how to do it, and actually executing and doing it. Not being afraid to embrace your journey and the process towards success.
And again, you know, so many people make the mistake, I wish I did that. You have the opportunity now, right now, to make the right decisions, to get involved, because the end result is you're going to have a wonderful life.
But it's about the process, the journey of life. It's about getting involved in doing something, right? It's not, the goal is part of your GPS to get you where you want to go. But if you achieve one little milestone, then you're going to set new goals. So that's an ongoing process. It's about embracing life and doing things and having a journey in which you take it along the way, right? Not immediate success, not I've got there and I'm done. No, it's a process and a journey. Embrace your life, embrace your journey. Now, tell me a little bit about how, again, we always want to provide some knowledge and information related to the cannabis industry and sector and actually use of the product, the endocardial system. I know we've talked about it more before, but kind of go into that for the layman.
Okay.
Right? Explain that in about 5 minutes worth of how that works and what it is.
All right. So the endocannabinoid system, which everyone has, they discovered in 1994. All life forms have the endocannabinoid system, which turns out to be the largest regulatory system in our body, in charge of the homeostasis balance of our health. So basically, it's a biological system that our body has, and it's made up of 3 different parts. We have receptors in our body, CB1 receptors in our brains and our nervous system that makes natural cannabinoids. And we have CB2 receptors in our muscles, our immune system, our blood, our lymph nodes. And then we have cannabinoids, endocannabinoids, there are two types. One is AEA and the other is 2AG. They're lipid-based, which means fat-based molecules that interact with their own endocannabinoid system. And then you have enzymes which break them down or synthesize them. So everything is on demand instantly. When you hurt your knee, you start to get an inflammation, your CB2 receptor in the knee will start to release natural cannabinoids to help reduce the inflammation. Now, the thing is, as we get older, we get deficient in that natural production. And we start to have more inflammation, more aches and pains. And unfortunately, as we get older, we start to turn into grandma and grandpa, much more achy, just not feeling good. We have no gas going. So you have to turn to phytocannabinoids, which means that plants have natural cannabinoids. Again, cannabinoids interact with our own body. So the two primary sources is CBD from hemp and THC from marijuana. So both those are considered phytocannabinoids that interact with our endocannabinoid system just to restore the wellness and balance, because the whole goal of everything is balance. Our body is set up, whatever comes from the outside in, our endocannabinoid system reacts to that just to achieve balance. So it's also, the endocannabinoid system is like the center hub of a wheel. The body has 12 different systems, and the endocannabinoid system regulates all those systems. So by having a very good endocannabinoid system, very balanced, you promote wellness and health. And the goal is always about wellness and health.
Okay, so as I I'm looking at all this stuff as you're talking, and let me share my screen. So here you see the visual?
Yes.
Okay, so this is what you're talking about, the 12 parts of the body.
Yes.
So the brain, the lungs, the liver, the colon, the reproductive organs, the immune system, the vascular system, the spleen, the pancreas, the muscles, the bones, all, and the brain, of course, so all different parts of the endocannabinoid system.
Yes, all of it's basically 12 systems. I mean, they break it up to endocrine, exocrine, lymphatic, reproductive, skeletal, neural, but basically the 12 systems. And then we have the receptors throughout the body, the CB1, CB2 receptors, that THC is like a lock and key. When you smoke marijuana, the THC fits in the receptor.
What if you don't smoke marijuana? You just want the CBD, you want the medical benefits. Forget the smoking. Let's talk about the people that just want to use it for the improvement of their life as opposed to, enjoyment and all that kind of stuff.
All right, well, that's why the CBD.
Empower the people that don't want to be high.
Right, well, that's where CBD is a beautiful alternative to medicinal marijuana.
But again, if I don't know anything about it, I don't, just help me right. To understand.
So CBD, basically, you get all the benefits without the psychotropic effects of the THC.
Okay.
So it just helps your endocannabinoid system restore balance without the psychotropic effects. So for most people who are looking just,
psychotropic means getting high.
Yes, psychotropic is the effects of THC.
I don't want to get high. I just want to feel better.
Right.
So I want to rub the cream on my shoulders and say, my feet can go to sleep. I just,
Well, that's the beautiful thing. Again, you're just restoring what your body makes. Reduces the inflammation in your feet, stops the throbbing of the nerves, and all of a sudden you realize your feet are not bothering you, and you get a good night's sleep. So it's all about the balance of your system, and CBD is a natural alternative for too much THC for those who choose to partake in marijuana. The higher the THC.
Go ahead.
The higher the THC, the higher anxiety rates are. That's why they grow more CBD-rich varieties medicinally for people, so they get the medicinal benefits of the CBD without too much of the psychotropic effects of the THC.
Okay, I think you confused many people right there, but you got to clarify. I'll break that down. Scalpel that for me.
All right. So basically, the growers in the marijuana field grow more CBD rich varieties that have a higher content of CBD than THC. Where before
What's the
it was
difference?
the difference is the more THC you have in the plant, the higher you get. The more CBD you have in the plant, the more medicinal benefits you get without getting stoned. So
Okay.
you have to use more CBD rich varieties because you want the medicinal benefits without getting stoned.
Okay. So I'm confused, but I get it. We'll go with that maybe next session and help people to have clarity in terms of the difference in the dynamics in that whole process.
Well,
You're an expert, so everybody's not an expert. They have no clue of how
Right.
this works, and they're just afraid. And we want to empower people to be able to use the products, not just ours, but all products and related to this industry, and have better quality of life. This is about
Well,
quality of life for people. And I want to show you guys a little something. Many of you have not seen it. And this is Craig Zappi, the CBD guy. This is his our new animated version of him. And we'll be having this available as an NFT online this week. And so we want to be in the modern space and add value to people and have people empowered. So CBD guy, Craig Zappi, check out his new NFT, and we'll email you guys have it on our website this week by Monday, and take a look at it. We're putting that on Shapes and Circles, a new platform. Pretty cool, huh?
I got to tell you, he's a handsome fellow, that CBD guy. I think he really can go out and save the world because cannabis is the most beneficial plant on the planet.
I don't know about saving the world, but we can make a positive impact and educate people and go forward in a positive way.
Well, it starts with small steps.
Exactly. I'm Reginald Brad. Thanks so much for joining us today on Everything CBD.
And I'm Craig Zappi, Hemp for Life, Inc. I first of all want to thank Athletes in Cannabis for being our sponsor. And I please recommend everybody, please go to my website, hempforlifewellness.com. I hope we planted a little seed about getting healthy and regaining your balance and wellness. And please take the time, take good care of yourself. Without your health, you have nothing. So I want to thank everybody for joining us. And I'll let Reggie say goodbye.
Peace out. Have a great day.